What is going on YouTube? It is your boy 1 Star a Week for you and now watching another episode of the Broke Boy Road to Glory. And as you guys know, we are in the Weekend League right now on this episode, and we got some Weekend League gameplay for you guys. But the first thing I gotta talk about here is non-FIFA related. It's to do with the Super League, all right? Let me know in the comment section down below. What do you think about this European Super League they're trying to start? A lot of fans from a lot of clubs have come out and denounced their teams because of it. I mean, you got Liverpool fans, Manchester United fans coming together on this. It's actually pretty crazy, and it's safe to say that's possible that the future of football as we know it really hangs in the distance with what happens with the Super League. Personally, I think it's an embarrassment. I think it's greed at its finest. It's gonna ruin football as we know it. And I mean, there is a phrase that goes, the game's gone. If this passes, man, the game is actually gone. It's gonna make me not want to really watch the sport. And the craziest thing, going back to FIFA, is that if they get accepted into the Super League, we're not gonna be able to use Liverpool, Real Madrid, Barcelona in FIFA anymore in FIFA 22. So yeah, very interesting to see what happens with this. I really hope it doesn't go through. I think it's an embarrassment for the sport, for the culture, and everything like that. So I digress. We are back on the road to glory. And as you guys know, we're in the middle of the Weekend League. We're taking it pretty easy because, yeah, there's nothing really to play for. Team of the season's next week, so that's really what I have my eyes on. That's really when I plan to go hard for the Weekend League. But what I did forget to show you guys last episode was my new custom tactics. I'm really happy with them. They've done very well for me this Weekend League, and they're very simple. So I'm back in the 4-3-2-1. Ever since the new last couple patches, I just haven't been able to play as well in the 3 at the back formation. For whatever reason, it's just not clicking for me. So we're back with a 4-back. And I do still like the 3-man midfield. So I thought the 4-3-2-1 was a perfect balance for that. So we're going to go pressure on heavy touch here with 7 depth, 4 width, long ball as well with 7 players into the box, and once again 4 width. And as you see here, it shapes out in the game pretty predictably. We have Mbappe, Ronaldo, and Saint Maximin as our front 3. Our 3-man midfield is going to be Renato, Seedorf, and Lam, and the back 4 is going to be Alexander-Arnold, Maldini, Kleiber, and Tavernier. The instructions are what really make this formation work for me. There's a little bit of balance when it comes to everybody's role on this team. So we got Mbappe. Even though he's going to be a left forward, he's staying central, he's getting in behind, so he's almost going to be like a wide striker. I really like this formation because it almost imitates a modern 4-3-3 where the wingers are playing as forwards and the wingers can actually get involved in the game. Because if you play a 4-3-3 in FIFA 21, you'll find the wingers are all the way on the wing. It's hard to get them involved. It's hard to get them in goal-scoring positions, even if you put them to cut inside. So we have Mbappe here staying central, getting in behind, and staying forward. And that's really because he's going to be our biggest threat on the counter. If we want to start a quick attack, he's who you want getting in behind. He's who you want on the last man of the defense. We have Ronaldo, and he's really going to be putting the whole team together as far as linking everybody up. So he's going to be on balanced instructions all around. We have Saint Maximin, and he's going to be a traditional winger for our team. He's drifting wide. He's getting in behind. But he's on balance to everything else. The midfield here is going to be a little bit of everything. Renato is going to be staying back, covering center. Lam is going to be staying back, covering center, and also not getting into the box at all because he can't shoot. Seedorf here is going to be my balanced attacking mid. And when you look at the way I position the players, it makes sense because we have Saint Maximin drifting wide, and we have Seedorf is going to be pushing forward. So he's almost going to be the central attacker rather than Saint Maximin. Saint Maximin is going to be on the wing, giving us some width, giving us an out ball, everything like that. The defense is going to be pretty predictable. The fullbacks are on stay back while attacking overlap, and the center backs are in balanced instructions. One thing I think that makes this formation work as well is the goalkeeper. A lot of people don't touch your goalkeeper instructions. I think this is important. So we have Allison here coming for crosses and playing as a sweeper keeper. And as you guys know, the main man we're going to be talking about in this episode is going to be Clarence Seedorf. He is pretty much the attacking mid in this formation, but he's going to be an attacking box-to-box mid, if that makes sense. He's 5'9". He has high medium work rates. He's right-footed with a 4-star combination, as you guys see here. He has played 14 games for me, all of them in the Weekend League, and he has 6 goals in 5 assists. Before we go any further, if you're enjoying the content, if you want more content like this, do me a big solid and hit the like button down below. And if you're new to the channel, as always, do me a favor and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate all you guys at home for watching this video. So, when you look at the Seedorf card, he looks like a very good card. But the big question here is, how is he going to hold up after team of the season? I'm going to talk about that. His pace is obviously decent. His physical, obviously decent. And he really gives you a lot going forward. He has 91 shooting with 99s in shot power and long shots. Passing-wise, he has very good stats. Dribbling-wise, he has very good stats as well. But here is the question. He has a stocky body type. He has 76 agility. Is he going to be clunky? We're going to talk about that as well. Defending, he has just enough to be a box-to-box mid. The 82 interceptions are obviously good. The rest of the stats are very mediocre. So, without further ado, we're going to jump into the gameplay. I'm going to let you guys know how my weekend league went. And I'm going to let you guys know, is this Seedorf worth it? Let's go. All right, so after the market crash, he is selling for 500K on the PS4 market, which sucks. I bought him for 660. Is he worth it? I would have to say he's not a bad value. I think he's a very good card. During the team of the season, I think he's going to go from being a very good card to just being a good card. I do think a lot of the team of the season cards will be playing like him in game. We're going to talk about it. Starting with the pace, he has 82 pace. And you might be wondering, is it good enough for the power creep? I would say it's just enough. All right, he does cover a lot of ground going up and down the pitch with the 82 pace. He is fairly explosive coming out of skill moves, but he's not somebody who's rapid by any means. Overall, this guy's pace is an 8 out of 10. It gets the job done. Nothing more, nothing less. Next, we're going to talk about shooting, and this was the most attractive part of the card for me as far as using him in game. He's really the mold of a midfielder that shows up late into the box and can finish with authority. He has 89 attack positioning, which obviously helps him with that, and he has 85 finishing. I found his finishing to be cracked because not only does he have decent finishing at 85, he has 99 shot power. Every single shot with him was like an absolute rocket, a bullet, and the goalkeeper didn't even want to touch it. Because the goalkeeper knows if he touches it, he's losing a finger, he's losing an arm, a leg, everything like that. His long shots were absolutely brilliant as well. And overall, this guy's shooting is a 9 out of 10. He's a very good player that you want inside the box as much as possible. And when he's in the box, let that thing fly. Next, we'll talk about his passing, and this is another part of the card I really enjoyed. As you guys know, FIFA 21 has very inconsistent passing, but this Seedorf card does not. He has 93 vision, 91 long passing. So if you want a deep line playmaker, if you want somebody who could send through balls to get that counter started, this guy can do that. His short passing at 93 and 85 curve as well. Help him in tight areas. Help him unleash other players in spots that you wouldn't even see. His playmaking ability is very, very nice. And overall, I have to give his passing a 9 out of 10. Once again, he's elite in this category, and it really helps him as far as being a complete midfielder. Next, we'll talk about his dribbling, and this was one of the question marks I had. He has 90 as the face stat, but he has 76 agility. How's that playing game? And honestly, I didn't really notice it being an issue. I know he has a stocky body type. I know he has only 76 agility, but he felt fairly decent as far as left stick dribbling. He felt very press resistant because his R1 dribbling was very smooth. And even though he's not the quickest to change directions, he's not that bad either as far as maneuverability, as far as using him in delay and everything like that. He also has 90 ball control, or 90 dribbling, 94 ball control. So in tight areas, you're going to find he's super sticky, especially with his 74 aggression and his 86 strength coming into play. He has 91 composure, which means that he doesn't get shook ever. Overall, this guy's dribbling is an 8.5 out of 10. If you need a press-resistant midfielder, if you need somebody who could carry the ball from defense to attack, this Seedorf card will be able to do it very well. Finally, we'll be talking about his defending and physical, and I will say he was very mediocre as far as this defending goes. And that's really the stats coming into play. That being said, if there is a loose ball and you need to win a 50-50, I notice he's very good at doing that, which makes him very good in the midfield as far as just scooping up all those loose balls that end up in the midfield. His interceptions are very good as well at 82, but the quality of his tackle is very mediocre. He feels very loose going into a challenge, and if you go into a challenge where it's tight, you may win or you may commit a foul. I did notice that, and it is something where I wouldn't play him as a CDM, even as an attacking CDM. His 86 strength is definitely noticeable with his stocky body type. He feels very sturdy as far as riding challenges, as far as shielding the ball, and as far as winning 50-50s as well. He has 85 stamina, which kind of sucks because he does need subs at times at the 90-minute mark. But overall, I have to give his defending a 6 out of 10 and his physical an 8.5 out of 10. Alright guys, so what's the final verdict on this card? I think he's a very good box-to-box CM. The issue with him is that for a lot of people, he won't really fit their team. He's somebody that needs to be in a 3-man midfield to be successful because he's not quite a CDM, he's not quite a cam. He's somebody that runs up and down the pitch as a CM, covering ground, doing a little bit of everything and doing it very well. If he fits your team, I think he's going to be a brilliant purchase. He's somebody who gives Kleiber that strong link if you're looking for that. And overall, I have to give him an 8.5 out of 10. As a box-to-box CM, he's very good. He's not a bad value for price, but I do think when Team of the Season drops, his value will go down even more. Alright guys, so that's going to be my Seedorf review. Next, we're going to move into the weekend league wrap-up, and yeah, I didn't really have much time to play. I was very busy this weekend. I was just out there living life. It came down to 1.5 hours left in the weekend league, and I was 8-1. And really, I just wanted to hit silver 1 just to make it easier for me to requalify, just to give me some kind of rewards to hold for Team of the Season on Friday. And I got that very easily. I got a couple of rage quits. Next thing you know, I'm 11-1. There's 1 hour of the weekend league left, and I was like, you know what? Let me just play and see what happens. Maybe I'll hit gold 3. Unfortunately, we lost our last 2 games, our next 2 games. So we went from 11-1 to 11-3. I just called it a night. I was like, screw it. I might as well stop. There's no point. I'm not going to hit gold 3 with the time remaining. So I stopped at 11-3. It was a fairly good weekend league, and 11-1 is probably one of the best runs I've ever had in the weekend league. The 4-3-2-1 was doing numbers, and every single game I lost, I only lost 3 games, but the ones I lost, they were very close. So I was in every single game. I really enjoyed how it played out in the game. And I do plan to move this forward into next week and see how it goes. Alright guys, so that's going to be the episode for today. Say no to the Super League. Once again, don't forget to like and subscribe. I will see you in the next episode. But until then.